Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Laura. Today I'm just going to be talking about my labor and delivery story. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want. All my social media will be down below. As some of you may know if you watched the show Unexpected, I was induced, and I kind of wish I wasn't because I really wanted to have like the whole going into labor experience, but I didn't, which is fine. I actually had cholestasis of pregnancy too, so I'm gonna do a whole nother video on that. But just like being induced was just like so scary to me because it was my first baby and I didn't really know what to expect. So basically I went into my doctor for just a regular checkup, and she told me that I had to be induced and they had to pick a date. And they told me that I had to be induced on February 11th of 2018, which was my sister's birthday. So once I told her about that, obviously she was upset, but I don't know why she was upset, but anyways, she was a little bit upset about it. Once I found out I had to be induced, I was freaking out because it was literally 5 days away. Once they told me I had 5 days to get everything ready, so I was freaking out. I didn't have the hospital bag packed or anything. I still needed to buy some things for Lucas. So we go to the hospital on Sunday night and they just get me all checked in, and I have to sign a bunch of paperwork, and they get me in my bed and they have to hook me up to an IV. One of the nurses had to ask me like a bunch of questions. Then after that, they started me on, I'm pretty sure it's called I forget what it's called, but they start me on like something that they have to give me every 4 hours or so. I think it was every 4 hours, and it like basically just loosens, or it thins your like cervix, I guess, like just to like prepare your body for labor. And I had to do like, they had to wake me up every 4 hours during the night to give me that. But I also had 2 monitors on my belly, which one was for the baby's heartbeat and one was to measure my contractions. I had to pee a lot during the night, so I didn't get much sleep, especially with them waking me up every 4 hours. But in the morning, they started at 7 a.m. with a Pitocin, and 30 minutes after they gave me Pitocin, they broke my water. And right after they broke my water, I literally was in so much pain. Like the second they broke it, I felt instant pain, and it was contractions. Like I felt the contractions and they were so painful, and it seemed like they like happened every minute. I think it was every 2 minutes I was having contractions, and they were so painful. I was such a my nurse, and I feel so bad because she was so nice, but like I was just like ignoring everything she was telling me to do, and I was just like every time she asked me a question I didn't answer, and I felt so bad, but I like did not want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to like breathe and try to get through the pain. I only lasted an hour without an epidural, and that's because I went from a 1 centimeter to a 4 in 1 hour. And my nurse, after she like found that out, she was like, "No wonder you were in so much pain." And I was like it was so painful. Like my dad, like Tyler tried to like massage my shoulders, and I just like hit him and like, "Get off me." My dad tried to like massage my foot, and I was like, "Get off me, do not touch me, do not even get close to me. I don't want anybody to touch me." That only lasted an hour, and then I asked for the epidural because I couldn't take it anymore. The epidural, a lot of people are scared to get the epidural. It is not bad. Like I thought it was gonna be way worse than it was, but literally all I felt was a little pinch, and that's it. And I wasn't allowed to have anybody in the room when I got it, so I was a little bit freaked out. But my nurse was so nice, and she like held my hand, and it was definitely really hard to stay still when I got the epidural, and you have to stay still because they're poking a needle in your spine. Like you have to stay still because it's very important that it goes in the right spot. I had to stay completely still. I had to like hunch over this like table, and I was having really bad contractions, and I had to stay really still, and it was really hard to do. My nurse kept had to hold me down at one point because I was like trying to move and like squirm because I was in so much pain. After I got the epidural, like it pretty much kicked in like instantly. It took 10 minutes and I was on a cloud. Like I did not feel anything after that. Once I got the epidural, I was just like happy and laughing and sleeping, and after that it was like just a breeze. Like I didn't even feel like I was having a baby. She keeps stroking me like every hour and a half or so, and I'm progressing, I'm getting there. Never felt any pain at all. Next thing I know, she comes in, checks me, I'm at a 9.5. My family just went downstairs to get lunch, so I had to call them and say they're gonna get started soon because I'm at a 9.5. And they're like, oh my God. They actually like left the hospital to go get lunch. They get back like just in time. My dad actually stays in the waiting room while I push, which I was glad because I didn't want him to see all that. So my mom, Tyler, and Tyler's mom were in the room with me, and it was perfect. Once I was at a 9.5, they switched me to a position where they were just trying to stretch me to a 10. So she had to put my legs up on these things, and it was a really weird position, and she had to like lift my leg. I could not move at all after I was on the epidural. I could not move anything. But she put my legs up on these things, and I think I did like 25 minutes on each side, and then I was at a 10 when she checked me when I was done. So it was time to push, and we did some practice pushes while they were waiting for my OB to come in. So we just like practiced. Let's see, Tyler and Tyler's mom, no, my mom and Tyler were holding my legs up, and then Tyler's mom was like feeding me ice chips and stuff like that. And they were just like encouraging me the whole time I was pushing. Once the OB came in, like I was ready to go. It seemed like it went by so fast. My actual labor only lasted 8 hours, and my delivery, like pushing, only lasted 45 minutes. So when I was pushing, it felt like I did it in like 10 minutes. Like it didn't even feel like 45 minutes. Tyler had to tell me to breathe a couple times because when I was pushing, my face like turned purple because I was like holding my breath and pushing as hard as I could. I really wanted to get him out. Like I wasn't trying to push for like 2 hours. I was trying to get him out. Finally, my baby boy comes out, and he's screaming, and he's just so cute, and I fall in love with him instantly, and they put him on my chest, and I just start crying because the day has finally came where he's actually here, and it was the happiest day of my life. And loved him instantly. Everyone was crying, and it was just such a happy time. He came out 6 pounds, 15 ounces, 21 inches long. He was so perfect, and Tyler cut the umbilical cord, and they took him over to like measure him and weigh him and all that stuff. And I was so happy. Like I was just crying the whole time. It was such a happy time. Like that's the best day of my life. After that, we stayed in there. We tried to get him to latch, but he couldn't. So they had to get me a shield, and I had to use a shield for a while. We eventually went up to postpartum, and they gave me like all my pads and all my medicine and all that stuff. It's my best day of my life, and I will never forget it. And I was just so happy. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.